Features with MX-1. Let me go back to just the baseline. That'll do, and then we'll have maybe a straight drum pattern like this with like I don't know, 909. Yeah, that'll do. So just put some drum sounds quickly in. So now we have the TR8 and TB3, and they're connected to this MX-1. So the MX-1 is a mixer, but it's not like any mixer because this can actually do a ton of different things. So we call it the mix performer actually. So this means essentially that we have an effects section, but we also have an effect sequencer. We have a built-in audio interface and just a ton of different channel functions like filters and channel effects and master effects. And but also really important, what we're using here, we have 4 USB connections here. So actually, I've connected my Aira series, TB3, TR8, even the System 8, and so on. I've connected these via just USB. So I don't need MIDI cables, I don't need audio cables. All I need is one single USB cable from that to that, and then we get MIDI, we get audio, and we also get it both ways. So you can send MIDI in or out of the unit via just one cable. So it's really, really easy to set up. So that's something we call Aira Link. And so this MX-1 has Aira Link, but also, of course, normal inputs, like normal analog inputs. So you can basically connect anything to it. So MX-1. Like I said before, this is my sync central. So when I press start here, it's going to send the MIDI start message and the MIDI clock to everything. So I'll just press start, and then that means everything starts playing. Right. So we of course have mute buttons here, and also they have some hidden shortcuts like solo and reverse solo, reverse mute, and so on. So I can easily mute the TB. Like that, or I can mute the drums, and so on. And we also have individual channel filters, so we can filter the drums, for instance. Oh, sorry. Like that. Actually, it's low pass filter when you turn it down, but when you turn it up, it's a high pass filter. And now. Right, you can do the same thing with the TB, of course. So we'll just filter the TB, filter the drums a little bit. You have filters on each channel. You also have something we call BFX. So BFX is actually short for beat effects, which means you have a setting for each channel. So you have 3 types of beat effects. We have filter, sidechain, and slicer. You can set these completely individually for each channel and with completely different rhythms. So let's try something with the beat effects on the drums. So again, now we have the drums playing. I'm going to choose the slicer for the drums, and we'll program a slicer pattern. So this is my sequencer for the slicer right now. So I'll just activate the effect. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you can see the drums getting sliced in the exact rhythm that I've chosen here. Right? And then we can just turn the effect on and off really quickly. Okay? But now we go to the TB channel, and we can do something completely different. So I'm going to choose a sidechain compressor here, and I'm just going to have it on quarter notes like this. So let's see what happens when I play that. So 3, 4, and on. Now you can hear that kind of punchy ducking effect just coming out of the MX-1. Now I can of course change the pattern. So I can have it only on step 1. So pushes, bam, and down. Or on all 4. So you have those 2 effects, and finally you also have a filter effect. Let's have a listen to that quickly. So now you get sort of filter bubbles happening inside the MX-1 itself. We had different types of filter too, so we can choose a high-pass filter, and now filter starts jumping up and down compared in accordance with this sequencer. Just turn it off, put it on step 1, and so on. So again, these three types, they have their completely individual settings, and you can set them completely individual for each channel. So let me, what's going on here? Okay, I think this should also be in the same key. So we'll just record something here just to get this one in as well. Okay, so we'll do something with the System 8 as well. Now we have a nice ducking effect on that. So that's how it can sound if you apply to sidechain to almost everything. So those are the beat effects, and on top of that we also have what I was playing around with a little bit, which is the master effects. So the master effects is a bunch of effects that you can apply to everything, but you can also turn it on and off for each channel. So if I do it, for instance, on only the System 8. So I can put this, let's say a beat repeat or a roll on the System 8. So that's what's happening with that now. But everything else can keep going. So let's try it again. So now it's looping. Or we could apply it to everything, which is going to sound like this. So that's the master effect. So you can don't have to have it on the entire master. You can have it on separate channels as well. So that was the roll effect on the master. We can use filters. Try that. Oh, sorry. So this is again a high pass filter that goes down to a low pass filter. And we have a bunch of other effects as well, but I don't need to show you every single one. But we have bit crusher, flanger, and the scatter effect, which is a more complicated roll, basically. And we have the combi effect, which I really want to show you though. So the combi effect basically is a sequence of different effects. So when I turn this on, it's going to switch the effect around on different steps, and you can program this sequence yourself. So you can have the effects go just up and down any way you like. So again, let's play the pattern. We'll activate the combi effect. It's going to sound like this. So it's just changing the effects on every single step. 1, 2, and then we just turn it off. We can program something else on the combi, so I'm gonna do something myself. So we'll start with a roll there, then we'll go to bit crusher, and then we'll go to flanger. And in the end, we'll have filter and scatter. Let's see how that sounds. So it's a really nice effect to have when you're making like little breaks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then. Just go home if you want. So that's the roll effect, because actually every effect has different subtypes. So